Turn it on, we turn it out some more. I been going rock hard outside.
What's good, culture? It's your boy Franco, and I finally got a mic seeing y'all, so I don't have to hold the mic like I'm an effing news reporter. With that being said, you came here for Ksoo. So, if you don't already know who Ksoo is one of the top savages in this whole war in Jacksonville scene. I mean, Florida niggas already crazy as is, but Ksoo takes us to a whole nother level. If catching bodies and stepping was Olympic sport, Ksoo will be ranked gold, if not diamond. And I say this not to glorify the acts that he allegedly has done, but Ksoo is really about it, and I just want to be transparent and honest with y'all. With that being said, when you really about it, there's consequences to actions that you take, and he appeared in court 2 to 3 days ago for the alleged murders of Bibby and Little Buck. Is she guilty? I don't know, but take a look at this picture and tell me that name doesn't look eerily similar to the one we're going to court for. I'm gonna leave it at that. And also, I just want to add something in. When you have video after documentary after video after documentary, and you diss the alleged person that you actually committed the murder of, it's not looking too good for you in the prosecutor's eye. Also, I don't want to say he's just a flat out criminal or anything, because he does make some fire ass music. With that being said, I'm gonna show you this court clip.
I know Mr. DeCole said that he was quickly doing a bathroom break. He should be back in 2 seconds.
And I believe based on the scheduling,
that is going to be done.
Robinson's case is till Wednesday, July 28th for another status update on schedules and your trials and whether or not idea. I want y'all back here in 30 days for another status on scheduling. In the meantime, still.
So I don't know if you guys caught it or not, but I actually had to go back a couple of times to catch it. The judge said his next court date, Mr. Robinson, is on July 28th on Wednesday. So we don't really know what's going to happen at that time. But I did find his 2 lawyers, Terraquas and this Christopher D. Keats guy. And they actually went on IG and had a little post about it, the whole situation at hand. And it's kind of actually funny how they responded to us. You could probably actually DM a little bit, but don't go overboard, because at the end of the day, this is this man's livelihood. So don't be doing nothing too reckless. With that being said, I'm going to read this post. So this is Ksoo's lawyer responding to a comment made by a fan saying, "Free Ksoo." He says, "Exactly. The government has their snitches, but we have the truth. An eyewitness described the shooter as around 5'7" and under 170 pounds. Ksoo is over 6'2" and around 220 pounds. It's like mistaking me for Terraquas," and that's the female lawyer. All I have to say is Ksoo could have been a basketball player. Ksoo could have been a football player, but he chose his life. And he's referring to the Little Buck incident where Ksoo allegedly ran in the backyard in this video camera of him and his father. Also, if the witness doesn't testify against Ksoo, which they probably won't if they don't want to get smirked, Ksoo could be out held on bond if they can't, with the doubt, prove that it is Ksoo in this video and the witness actually testified against the right person. If they can't prove it's Ksoo, he could get out on bond. Also, his other lawyer's response backs my claim, and I'm gonna read it. Also, why would the judge give him a bond on that case? In Florida, you can be held without bond if charged with murder, but you gotta have some solid evidence. The only reason the judge would have given him a bond on this case is because the entire case rests on the word of a flip witness. All the real evidence, e.g. video evidence, along with the witness testimony, proves it was not him. But I do appreciate the time you took to reach out. So basically, they really don't have enough evidence. That's what she's implying. And also, the statutes and limitations on the Florida website about murders, it says to be granted a bond on a no bond attorney, your defense attorney needs to prove your charges do not have enough evidence. And number 2, you are not a dangerous community or risk of flight. I don't really know about number 2. Not a dangerous community? Shit. But keep in mind, this is a double murder, and this is just for one case. Not to mention the fact that the police actively use social media and rap videos to persecute niggas. Like I always say, look at this example. A lot of the times, the rap video sends out a message. You gotta pay close attention to the lyrics of it. Not to mention the fact Ksoo made a post on his IG after Little Buck's death, and he said, "Bye bye," wave a hand emoji, and he said, "Kill a nigga, don't go get my toenails done." He was at a nail salon afterwards. Also, I tried finding these posts, but I couldn't find it, and I definitely seen it before. Post a link somewhere in the comments below if you guys can actually find it, because I couldn't find it. Also, I just want to say, it seems as though Ksoo or his team is dry snitching on the other co-defendant in this case. If you don't know the other co-defendant, his name is NHC Scotty, and he was involved in the murder of Little Buck, allegedly. And if you remember what I said earlier, they said that the shooter was 5'7" and 160 pounds. That's what one of Ksoo's lawyers said. And it says Scotty's DNA is found on the lady that was held hostage. Now, Ksoo isn't directly saying that it was this nigga that was a triggerman and involved in this murder, murder, but his team and his lawyer is somewhat dry snitching and passing the blame onto this nigga. And I actually felt kind of bad because he definitely doesn't have the amount of money or support as Ksoo does, because Ksoo has Ace's money and pretty much any money he's made from rapping at this point. If the judge allows internet use to be used in court to prosecute this man, this nigga Ksoo is done. I'm just gonna call it what it is. All the prosecutors will have to do is type in Ksoo 23 or Trap Lil Raw's documentary, and this man is finished. But in retrospect, the judge isn't just gonna allow internet use. It has to be in real world evidence and also witness testimonies, all in combination to actually prosecute this man. And I'm not saying I want him prosecuted, but Ksoo, man, there's too much evidence of him actually committing these murders. And also, when you put the album cover of someone's deceased family members, it just looks grimy. I'm just gonna call what it is. But that's just my opinion. You might have different opinions. So that's pretty much the end of the video. I could go more in depth into the case details and the intricacies of the case, but that's gonna involve a lot of time I don't have right now because I have to go to work and YouTube isn't paying me currently. When YouTube pays me, you're gonna see longer videos. With that being said, I'm out. Peace. Be cool. Your boy Franco's out.